Okay, so today I'm going to be finally going over all of my frequently asked questions, art related frequently asked questions. All of the questions and when I answer them is going to be in the description box, so that if you don't want to, you don't have to watch this whole long ass video. So yeah, those are down there. I have my phone here, so I don't forget none of them. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first question is, did you go to school or are you self-taught? Technically, I don't know, yes and no, because I did find out that I could draw by taking a drawing class, but once I figured that out, I just ran with it and I didn't take any more art classes. And I pretty much forgot everything I learned in that class, like all the fundamentals about value and shading and whatever else there is. Pretty much self-taught. And what pencils do you use? So when I'm doing a graphite drawing, I use really any graphite pencil. So far, I haven't really felt like there's been a difference in anything that I've used. I've used Kimberly pencils. I've used Faber-Castell, which is what I have now. As far as color pencils, I only ever use Prismacolor, nothing else. And pastel pencils, I use Derwent's, and that was just because they was the cheapest. But I actually like them, so I've stuck with them. What brands do you normally use? So as far as paper, I pretty much always go with Strathmore. They just have all the different types of paper that I require. They have Bristol paper, they have tone paper, they have charcoal paper, they have regular drawing paper. So I just stuck with Strathmore. And I've already said what brand of pencils I use. Pastel boards, I use Ampersand. I don't think it's like a whole lot of different brands of pastel boards. And what else do I use? Oh, I use Prismacolor New Pastels. Those are the pastel sticks that you see me using in my videos. Do you have any tips for someone who would like to get into drawing? So my first tip is to practice consistently. I know everyone says that practice makes perfect about everything, but I promise it's true when it comes to drawing. I used to get so discouraged with my drawings at first because I couldn't get it to look realistic the way I wanted it to. And I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong. But I didn't start to improve until I started drawing every single day. You don't have to do like a complete piece every day, but just do a sketch, do some kind of drawing every day. My second tip is to be patient. You can't be impatient anyway when it comes to art, because you're only gonna end up frustrated, and then when you're frustrated, you can't art the right way, and you start to tear up if you're me. But yeah, don't expect to become the world's best drawer overnight, and don't compare yourself to other artists who have been doing it for years. You're a beginner, so you're not going to be as skilled as those artists are. So you're being really unfair to yourself by comparing yourself to those artists. They had to struggle just as much as you are to get to where they are, and you'll be there one day. How long did it take you to get used to color pencils? Not long. When I first started drawing, I used graphite pencils like most people. And I can still say now, 4.5 years later, I still have not mastered graphite pencils. But color pencil, I started using color pencil in March of 2014. My first little attempt was atrocious. It was just horrendous, whatever other big word I could think of that is synonymous with disgusting, trash. But I kept practicing, and I felt like I was really starting to get it around June 2014. So March, April, May, June, 3 months later. And I would say that by November of 2014, I felt like I had mastered it. And that was when I did my Bob and Damian Marley portrait. Would you ever consider doing a live stream? I have considered doing live streams. I used to have a Periscope, and I planned on doing like this thing where I would live stream every Sunday because I'm usually home on Sunday. and I would live stream whatever project I'm working on, but that didn't end up happening. I don't really know why. But now that I'm like really kind of big on using Instagram stories, I'm probably gonna go live on there and try to like go with the same kind of idea, like every Sunday, live stream myself drawing, and probably do some live streams where I just answer questions too, like I'm doing here, but it'll be live, obviously. I already have my little cell phone tripod, smartphone tripod, so I can do the time-lapse, not time-lapse, do the progress drawing videos live. But I feel like it'll be boring after a while, because, I don't know, we'll see. How long have you been drawing? I have been drawing for 4.5 years now. I started in March 2013. It is now September 2017. What and or who inspired you? So this is like the #1 question I get, and I used to hate this question with a passion because I didn't really know what inspired me. I really just get inspiration from seeing people who just have certain features, like really defined features, or I might see a color palette that I like and want to apply that to something, and it wasn't like anything really that deep, and I felt like people was like looking for a deep answer, so I didn't know what to say. But now I can honestly say that I inspired me. I inspired my art. Like, I'm literally basing, at this point in my life, in my art life, I'm basing everything in my pieces on myself. I am at the core of everything. Not a narcissist in my Michael Jackson voice, but I am my inspiration. Kanye short. Do you know how beautiful your product is while still in production? I hear that while working, a lot of artists criticize their piece. Do you fall into that category? Let me tell y'all a story. So, my first year of drawing, I was the worst with this. I would really dig my drawing while I was in the process of making it. I would think it was just coming out so amazing. I'd just be looking at it like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is crazy. And then when it was finally complete, I felt like it looked so much better when it was incomplete than when I actually finished it. And I would just stare at it and stare at it, and until it just became hideous to me. And then I would like have to fix it, but I can't figure out what's wrong with it. That's the thing about portraits, is that you get one little itty bitty tiny detail off, it throws the whole face off. So I would be looking at this thing trying to figure out which detail is messed up and changing stuff until I've just overworked it to hell, and then I cried about it. I didn't actually cry, but I was very close to crying about it. I used to get so frustrated with my art, y'all. But now, thank God, I'm way past that. And I do still criticize it while I'm in the process of making it, but I've come to like accept that it's not gonna be absolutely perfect like I used to think I had to make it. Keep in mind, I was looking at artists who, unbeknownst to me, were like super fraudulent. Like now, y'all know all these like scam art Instagram accounts that expose these fake artists. A lot of those artists were people that I was looking up to when I was first starting out. And I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here trying to get my piece super perfect like how theirs is, and they didn't even do this. So I have come to accept my flaws and imperfections in my work, and I'm like fine with it now. Hope this isn't a bothersome question, but I was wondering if you had any advice as far as pricing your own pieces. Okay, so I'm not an expert on pricing stuff, but I have my own little method of how I do mine. So I would say take into account how much time, skill, blood, sweat, and tears went into it. I've read about some artists charging by the hour. They're probably like super famous though. But yeah, something that I put way more time and energy into, or something that I hold like dear to my heart, that has a lot of sentimental value, I will charge more for that. And obviously originals should be more expensive than copies, like prints or stickers or whatever. The size and the materials used. So if I do a color pencil portrait, a 16 by 20 inch color pencil portrait, that's going to be more expensive than a 16 by 20 soft pastel portrait, because for one, my color pencils are more expensive than my pastels. So you know, the materials cost more. Only thing I would say is don't take into account how much people are offering, because people, I swear somebody offered me $10 for this 14 by 17 inch original color pencil drawing that I did. So don't ever like pay attention to what people are offering you. You can look at other artists who are doing similar work to what you're doing and see what their work is selling for, what they're selling their work for. But no matter what, never sell your work for less than what you think it's worth. If somebody doesn't want to pay what you are asking for, don't say, well, I could go down on the price. No. How did you advertise and get people to see your art? There's a lot of different ways to do this. Obviously, number one, well, in my opinion, number one being social media, because it's just the easiest to get people from all over the world to see your art. So definitely have an Instagram account. Have, I would say, a Tumblr account. Some other people would say a Facebook account. And always post your art like consistently on those accounts. Consistency is like the most important word here, because the more consistent you are with posting, the more feedback you're gonna get, the more followers you're gonna get. I don't know, people just love consistency. So do that. Another way that I advertise my art is doing giveaways on Tumblr. So I don't really do them anymore, but back in like 2015, I would like make a post showing photos of my art, and I would say that you have to reblog this and follow me on Instagram or something for an opportunity to win a free print from me. So not only do I get more exposure because everybody is reblogging this, but I also get more followers, so that every time I post art now, there's more people seeing it. And then also in turn, after somebody wins a print, other people are seeing like the link to my work, and they feel like they missed out because they didn't win, so they're like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy one. So it's a lot of positive outcomes from doing giveaways. And another kind of form of that is like on Twitter, I would post pictures of my art, and I would say, if this gets this many retweets, then I'll pick a random person for the retweets to draw for free. I would say like, if this gets 50 retweets, and it'll end up getting like 500 because people are, you know, still trying to enter for their chance. And so I end up getting exposure, followers, all of that good stuff. So that's more of like a fun way to advertise your art, and it's a way for you to get something out of it and for other people to get something out of it. Another way that I advertise my art is by utilizing YouTube. So I do the speed drawings for YouTube, not just because they're so fun for me and it's so interesting to see my work like come alive right before my eyes, but also it's just another way to get people around the world to see what I do. Another way to advertise outside of social media is to do art showcases or galleries. That way people not only see your art, but they get to talk to you and see you interact with the person who created this art that they love so much. And which I think helps, because if they like you as a person, they're gonna like your art even more, trust me. And then you can network as well when you do showcases. Another way to advertise is with business cards. I put a business card in every package I send out, and I encourage people to give it to their friends. And just passing out business cards at art showcases. Because when people see something that they love, they have to tell other people about it. So if they love your art, they're going to share it with other people. I'm kind of in a drawing funk right now. What do you do when you lack inspiration? So when I don't have inspiration, believe it or not, what I do to get inspiration is I pretty much only do one thing, and that's I hop on YouTube and I watch other artists do their thing, or I look at other artists' work. One of my favorite artists at the moment is Happy the Artist, and she's big on posting time-lapse videos to YouTube. So I love going to her YouTube and watching hers. That makes me want to do something so pretty and amazing like what she did. Same thing with the artist Bouquet. I hope I'm pronouncing it right because I've never heard it say it out loud. But Bouquet, she's another one who has some really beautiful time-lapse videos. I'll probably put their links in my description box. But yeah, that's what I do. I just look at other artists do amazing things, and that makes me want to do something amazing too. Do you put any kind of finish on your drawings when they're done? Yes. For color pencil drawings, I just spray a simple fixative, that one that works for color pencil and graphite pencil. I use the same one for my charcoal drawings, but charcoal is charcoal and you can't really totally completely set it or fix it, I should say. And for pastel, I don't use anything. Pastel, I read that fixative can like darken the colors and just make everything look kind of strange and ruin it, and I ended up trying it out on my first ever pastel piece, and it pretty much did everything they said it was gonna do. So after that, and then it doesn't even like actually fix it in place, so it's like no point, it's a waste. You just ruin your pastel painting for nothing. So for pastel, I don't use anything. I just have to take extra precautions when it comes to storing them and framing them in order to maintain them. Can I ask you to paint a picture for me? Yeah, you can go on my website to my commission a portrait tab, and you'll see all my commission guidelines. And then after you read those and you feel like those are like kind of cool, then you can email me at tanaebrianab@gmail.com. All the information you need to know is on there as far as pricing, sizes, mediums, payment methods, deposits, the whole entire process is all on there. Do you remember the first piece you really put yourself into? I do, actually. The first piece that I really threw everything I had into it was a portrait of Michael Jackson that I did in early 2014. It was a graphite portrait. It was before I started using the grid, so I was still freehanding, and I just felt like I just drew him so well. I was like, that was one of the times when I just looked at my art in amazement, like, wow, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. And I think at the time it was the longest amount of time I've spent on a drawing, and it was very detailed because I was drawing a picture of him in his beaded jacket, and it had like these little gold studs and all this like stuff all over it, and I really took my time trying to get that right, and I actually worked up a sweat doing that drawing. So I would say that was the one. How do you focus so long and, I'm assuming, not get frustrated? I get so upset with my art, honestly. Like I said, I used to be that way when I first started. My key to not getting frustrated is, for one, I take 50 million breaks. seriously, I will draw especially if I'm not recording. Oh my god. If I'm not recording, I will draw like some strands of hair and a nostril, and then I'll take a break. For real. But like when I'm recording, I just have to keep going till the camera stops. I usually really don't get frustrated anymore, so it's not really an issue now. I just go until I can't go anymore, and then I go to sleep. But yeah, I don't know. But when I do get frustrated, the rare times when I do get frustrated, I just stop, because if I try to art while I'm frustrated, it's just gonna come out in my art. It's gonna be bad. Then I'm gonna be mad because I ruined it, and you know that's not good for anybody. So, and I will get frustrated to the point of tears. So it's just not worth all the energy and disappointment. I just stop and move on to do something else, and then come back to it the next day when I'm feeling better. Why do you think it's so hard for some artists on the internet? They have the skill and work ethic, but they get few reblogs or likes. How much does someone's physical attractiveness or popularity play into someone's success? Honestly, I don't know. For some people, I would say that their physical attractiveness and their popularity plays into it. There are a lot of artists. There was like a wave of trendy artists who were just like super popular, good looking, and they just like picked up some paint and a canvas and started painting cartoon characters that already exist. And I mean, people would go crazy for it, like instantly, and they would already be instantly super popular and selling like 50 prints a week. And yeah, I understand the frustration behind that when you've been like really passionate about art and working so hard on it for so long, and you actually like are creative. Like you come up with your own shit. But I don't know. It's because it's not that way for everybody. Like on Tumblr, I'm pretty popular, pretty like known for my looks and my art, but my art, like my looks have never really helped my art at all. Like my selfies would get thousands and thousands of reblogs or whatever, but I'll post a link to my latest time-lapse video on YouTube and it'll get like 3 reblogs legit. So, and I don't know, it is hard to say how that works. I forgot the first part of the question. Oh, why do you think it's so hard for some artists on the internet? They have the skill, work ethic, but they get fewer blogs or likes. That can also just, I don't know. You know what? It's really based on the audience that is seeing your art. Because you can also have thousands of followers, like myself on Tumblr, and still get 3 reblogs. You have to have like, you know what? I can't answer this question because I'm still trying to figure out the answer to this question myself. I follow a lot of artists on Twitter, right? And every time they post something, it gets hundreds and or thousands of reblogs and likes. And I always share their art. But when I post my art, they might like it. They'll never share it. And I'm like, is it just because the artists who follow me are not supportive, or all the people that follow me just aren't supportive? Like, I don't know. So I don't know. Do you sell a lot of prints? I'm an artist and I'm having a hard time selling my work. Do you have any advice? I do not have any advice for that because I actually don't sell a lot of prints. I sell more commissions than I sell prints, to be honest. I don't know how that's going to change next year because I opted out of selling prints this year because I decided to learn how to make my own prints. So I've just been doing that all year, perfecting that whole process. And then in 2018, I'm going to be selling, producing and selling my own prints. So I guess when I get that ball rolling, then I can answer that question, depending on if it still goes as bad as it has in the past. Do you have a preferred medium? Yes, I do. I think every artist does. Before, my preferred medium was color pencil. Obviously, that's like what I did everything in. Now, my preferred medium is soft pastel. I like soft pastel a little better than color pencil, not just because it takes a shorter time to finish stuff or because it's like easier to blend, but also because it gives my art the look that I've been trying to give it for the longest. And I like that it comes out looking like a painting rather than a drawing. People have always thought my drawings were paintings anyway, but the soft pastel is so much smoother, but still as vibrant and pigmented as the color pencil. And also now I can do backgrounds. Like I couldn't do backgrounds with color pencil because it was just, it would take so much time and still be so grainy and just kind of sloppy in my opinion. And soft pastels make that so much easier. So right now, soft pastel is my preferred medium. What would you say your goal is as an artist? My goal as an artist, my goal as an artist is just to inspire people. Because people, when they tell me that I've like inspired them to pick up a pencil again, or they just tell me I'm so inspirational because of like how quickly I picked it up and how quickly I've progressed, that's like my favorite compliment. It just warms my heart. I feel like I'm changing the world or something when people tell me they want to pick up their pencil again, or they want to pick up a pencil for the first time. Because I never would have known I could do this if I didn't just sit down and pick up a pencil one day randomly. Like, you have no idea what you can do. So I want to inspire people, and also I want to make lots of money. I want to be able to live off my art. Like, if I could just do this, what I love, for the rest of my life and actually be able to sustain myself this way, that would just be so amazing. Hey, I wanted to submit a question, and it's this. I've noticed that you post a lot of images of famous celebrities, well-known people, etc. Has any one of those people gotten a chance to see the work you make, or has your art gotten any recognition in the eyes of famous people? If so, who, and did they share it? Okay, so back when I first started in 2013, that used to be my thing, was to like draw celebrities and try to get them to see my portraits. And this was, and like I said, when I first started in 2013, so my shit wasn't that good. But anyway, I did get Amber Rose to see a portrait I did of her, and she retweeted it. And I got G-Eazy to see the portrait I did of him, and he retweeted it. And actually, I brought it when I went to meet him before one of his shows, and he autographed it for me. So there's that. It's terrible. But not since then. Nope. I have not. I really want Jay Park to see my portrait. That would just be, that would mean the world to me. Also there was something happened last year, 2016, really tough time for me, where I was contacted to do something for a famous rapper. I'm not certain I can say who, but yeah, it was like my favorite rapper. So I didn't do it though because it was a rough time for me, and they wanted something that is like something I don't do. But yeah, and I can't do something unless I'm gonna, if it's something I've mastered and I know it's gonna be good, like a good product. So I didn't do it, but Yeah, that's that. Hi, just wondering, how did you get your following? I'm at a disadvantage with friends and family, so it's hard to pick up the likes and shares across Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I feel like I'm still in the process of building my following. Like, YouTube is constantly growing now. Thank God. I think I just hit 6,000 subs on YouTube, so that's cool. My Instagram followers have been growing a lot in the past month. Like, ever since I did my J Park portrait, they just been blowing up. I got like literally 300 followers just from the J Park piece. So, I guess when you have a piece that just really resonates with people, that's what gets the ball. Also, getting people to share your stuff, like on Instagram, people reposting your art is a huge way. Definitely reach out to some art assistant pages. The pages that like feature artists. Don't pay for features. Check out Black Artist Space. If you're a Black artist, I run that account. If I like your art, I'll feature you for free, no strings attached. Yeah. But I want you to keep in mind that followers really do not matter. What matters is the engagement. One person, one artist could have 500 followers and get 1,000 or more likes on their work because all their followers engage with them and they share with their followers, and then their followers come and engage with them. And then there'll be another artist with 12,000 followers and they won't break 100 likes, so the followers don't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. Engage with other artists too. Like, just like those people engage with you, you engage with other artists too. Genuinely, don't like fake it, acting like you fuck with their work and you don't. But when you like an artist, engage with them, compliment their work, ask questions, or just just talk. Y'all know how to talk to people. Just add as many artists as you can. Follow as many artists as you can. If your art style was an animal or a mystical creature, what would it be? And I love this question because I recently became not obsessed, but I kind of have a thing for deer. I've always really liked deer. I think deer and dolphins have always been my favorite animals, but I really relate to deer right now. Like, when I thought about it, I felt like if I was an animal, I would be a deer. I look at them as like these really quiet, gentle creatures who, even though they're so quiet and gentle and shy, they're so beautiful to everybody, and like they're beautiful without even trying. And yes, I would describe myself that way. Not a narcissist, I'm not Michael Jackson, but that's how I feel. I'm just going off how other people have perceived me and what they tell me about myself. So that's what that is. So yeah, I feel like it would be a deer, a doe, to be exact. Thank you for watching this. Be on the lookout for my next time-lapse video because I'm about to start working on this piece that's going to be amazing. So until then, see you guys next time.